Alrighty, I think we're sort of doing our thing, sort of. Oh my goodness. Alright, everything appears to be working. Just waiting on Locke to come and join me.
One life form present.
Jamin with first. Nice. Oh, looky, more No Man's Sky. Yes, yes. More No Man's Sky. I won't be going back to D4 until Tuesday and Thursday. So, how's your weekend, Jamin? Is your Saturday treating you well? Hey, Jamin, can you see the pinned message I put with that website at the top of the chat? Because I put it on there before I went live and I'm not sure it carried over. I want to see what my raid stuff does here. Ow, ow, ow. Just waiting for Lax Raid so I can start. Whee! New expeditions! Yay! Hey, no more worlds to conquer. Just waiting on Lax Raid. Then I'll start the expedition up. How's your weekend treating you? Not bad? Yeah. I'm still trying to wake up. I didn't get to sleep until like 2 this morning, and I'm like, Never done an expedition. One of the reasons I'm waiting for Lack to raid is so I can go through the steps of how to start one for anybody who doesn't know. And then we will go from first landing, first waking. And if I don't finish it today, I'll probably try and finish it Monday. Maybe Monday afternoon, after I've done my errands. Because Monday is errand day. Hello, hello, hello! Welcome in, Raiders! Welcome in, Raiders! Murden! DJ Yankee, hi, USM.
That Pokemon!
It's Pikachu!
It's Clefairy!
Singing Salio, which I did not remember to, didn't remember to add you to my list of auto shouts. Hey, Loco, how's it going? Hey, Loco, how are you liking the finals?
You're not afraid of the dark, are you?
Hey, thanks for that follow.
I'm being repressed!
Let me see if I can get this to work without breaking anything. Okay, that's not supposed to happen. Will it come back? Hello, sis. Yeah, that would be me. Oh, the Army-Navy games today? You'll have to keep me updated, Lurker. Hi, how's your weekend? So let me throw this in here. I'm not sure why I went to a blank screen when I did this. It should still show the other one. What am I doing? Oh my god. That is not it. Alright, let's see if I can get this right. There you are. Really? Apparently, starting early before I've had nearly... Where did it go? Oh, buff. Hang on a sec, I'm having a senior moment. There we go. Oh my god. Could we be any more ridiculous? Alright, did it come back? Did it come back? Does it work? Oh, for Christ's sake, there it is. All right. All right. All right. Take my time. Okay. Forgot about the ending to the chipmunk laugh. Get you every time. Doing good. It's just now starting. Okay, keep me updated because that's one of the few ones that, go Navy. I'm sorry, but go Navy. Yeah, Lax, totally you. I like it. All right, so hopefully I remember everybody that came in. Hi, hi, hi. Now that I finally got my shit together. I'm Dragon Dispatcher. I am Lax Sister. Yes, go Navy. Hi, Focus. How's it going, Focus Mike? Senior moment. Thought you said you were 24 last night. No, honey, I'm 60.
Leave us
Off
eggs
to
at
stuff your
Stace
face with
left.
pizza. Love you. Love you too, Lack. Thanks for the lurk. Have fun with that pizza. Nummy, nummy, nummy. I'm so jealous. I have an apple trail mix and crackers. Kick off in 33 minutes. All right. So we are going to bypass our permadeath today and go right into an expedition. So you have all your games and you're like, well, how do I get into the expedition? Because because it's only showing me multiplayer and play games. So I'm going to kind of do this in a remedial fashion. So you page down, or you should have new game right at the top. So when you click new game, you have options for normal, relaxed, creative, community, expedition, custom, survival. So what we want is community expedition. This is the Expedition 9 Redux Utopia.
Police that rooster!
Go Marines, so in other words, go Navy, beat Army. Hell yes! Hell
You certainly
yes!
look like Elvis
Hoorah! There is no Marine team because devil dogs don't play well with balls. That's good. Because they would wipe the field with everybody. There would be no mercy, no survivors. Oh, you're welcome. I'm sorry I forgot to add you before we started the stream. That was from the tab you have open for you. Okay, USM. A lifelong Annapolis resident, might be slightly biased towards Navy. Hey, Black and I's dad, retired Navy fighter pilot. So it's go Navy all the way. Of course, she and I both married Marines, but and Marines out of the same family, no doubt. I married the oldest brother. She married the middle brother. So there you go. All right, we are loading in. Tell me if you guys can hear the game sounds once we get into the game. Because I have no idea. I didn't go completely through my morning. Through my morning startup. I'm more than likely have other stuff that is broken. Yeah. He actually, hopefully this won't offend anybody, but he actually shot down a MiG in, is it 70? 1970? Was test pilot school and test pilot school instructor. Did the 82,000th carrier landing on the Connie. And went through one of the Top Gun things. So our dad is awesome with a capital A. There you go. Both parents were Army, where they met. I just want to see a good game. Well, yeah. Both, yeah. They're always entertaining games. Always. And this takes a while to load in when you first get the game going. Endless star fields, running through the galaxies, the stars, the sun. So, while we're waiting, allow me to entertain you with some of the clips that I have of my ridiculous stuff in No Man's Sky. So this is my very first attempt at flying in No Man's Sky.
Who's that Pokemon?
It's Pikachu!
It's Clefairy!
Hey, Fan, how's it going? I'm doing pretty good. My brains aren't all the way awake yet. Clip away. Yeah. Yeah, my very first attempt at flying in No Man's Sky. I came into the game like a week, 2 weeks before Expedition 9, Utopia. And it was just... Yeah, F4 Phantoms. He was part of the Ghost Riders. What is it? VF-142. He was based in San Diego for a while at Miramar and then out at Pax River in Maryland. So that's the first attempt at flying. Hang on just a moment. I don't have all of them. There's a bunch on my highlighted on my page. And this is me, of course, wandering around and not paying attention. And, of course, falling and fall. Yeah, VF-142. Sewing repairs done. Yay! You know, I will cross-stitch occasionally, and I like to sew. But handwork with the sewing makes me crazy. I don't know what the difference is, but it's like, no. Alright, here we go. Initialize expedition. And I am on mouse and keyboard if anybody cares. Hey Ron Burgundy, welcome in. How's your Saturday? This is Expedition Redux. If I have done it correctly, there will be a link to the expeditions they're offering from now into January. If it's not there, I'll have to put it in again. This is Expedition 9 being redone for this week. Utopia. You can only sew to repair. Can't do patterns or anything like that. I mean, it probably could if I practiced enough, yeah. Did everybody hear the game sounds okay? Expedition 9 Redux, Utopia. Alright. Where are we landing here? So, foundation base. We got analysis visor plan, so I need copper. Alright. What do we have? Alrighty then. So that's where I'm at. Alright, so we look into the log. And my log says to complete, so here's you've got the exploration guide that tells me how much stuff there is, and then there's the log that tells us that our quest is found establishing a base. Then there's the expedition tab that tells us all the stuff we have to do, the things we can do, and the rewards we will get. And our discoveries page will show us what planet we're on with the types of things we can get, the type of weather we have, and then if you click out one, you'll see the system that you're on. So, alright, let's look around here. So I have no analysis visor, so I can't do any scanning yet. But one of the first things I want to do is check my perspective, because I don't prefer to go in third person. So toggling the camera view for this will be, I will hotkey it to 9. And I will also hotkey my multi-tool to 1. Alright, so this is 1, and 9 puts me in first person where I want to be. Inhales deeply. Half pizza gone. Going to take a moment to let that reach my stomach. Suck it in. Yeah. Okay, so I have no analysis visor, so I'm just going to have to run around and find the stuff I need. I am going to go ahead and start, even though I haven't identified the metal, I know I'm going to need stuff. So I know I'm going to need dihydrogen at some point. I don't even have the, I don't have the terrain manipulator yet, so I can't. Alright, so what do we need? Wrong button. Tab. Okay, so I have a save point. I have a base computer. Alright, so that goes there, and I am fairly anal about my, OCD about my, inventory. Black ordered pizza, you just ordered curry. You guys are killing me. So my starship is somewhere. Oh my god, that's going to be a bitch to fly. It's going to be like a pregnant whale. Alright, whatever. Okay. Oh, I do have a terrain manipulator. Yay! So I want to move that over here for right now. This goes here. This goes there. Actually, this goes there. Goes there. This goes here. And I need carbon. And most plants have carbon. So until I can do... Where did I see plants? Ah! Alright, yeah. Oh, look. Stuff. Rusty metal. Yeah, so they're, for the holiday, they're doing... So does anybody tell me if that link for the Redux thing is at the top of the chat, or if I need to redo it? Hey, boy. The stone resonates, producing a sound that fills my mind. A vision begins to take shape. A small alien life form kneels before me. They are tired, beaten. Without meeting my gaze, they offer up their hand. I accept the knowledge. The name Gek floats in my vision, an echo of the strange vision I just experienced. A world in this alien tongue is seared into my brain. I have the word for Gek. Okay, this is a carbon plant. Yeah, it's pinned. Okay, great, thanks. So we know we need carbon in order to recharge our mining beam. I will find a spot that I think is lovely for a base, and I'll put the base computer down. Because then we'll be able to scan the stuff we've got here. Let's go look in the hole over here. What is this? Is this a hole? Oh, look. It's a hole. I don't really like the fact there's no flat spots here. That's really not cool. Alright, so I'm seeing another language stone. Yes, I can squirrel the hell out of language stones. They are one of my banes. Oh, more stuff. Okay, so loot everything, read everything, and I can't get into that without an Atlas pass, so... Oh, this is for... Oh, that's nice. This could work. So what is the appeal for doing an expedition? The appeal is you get all kinds of cool stuff at the end that you can claim on any of your saves. You get unique ships. Yeah, new multi-tools, ships, decorations, that sort of thing. I'm looking for a flat spot or the top of a hill that is relatively flat, just because... Oh, look it over there.
You're not afraid of the dark, are you?
Merton, you did chew, sort of. Just absolutely slurp that down. Oh, I need the mining beam for that. Thank you for the follow, Yogi. Thank you. Oh, look, this is good. I can live with this. This is nice and flat. Yeah, I can do that. All right, so one of the tricks that I have is that you when you put that base computer down, I tend to put it above where I'm trying to build. And you can play the rewards on any new or existing save. Yes, you can claim the rewards for Twitch drops and for expeditions on a new or existing save by going to the anomaly and talking to that Quicksilver guy behind the desk on the bottom floor to the right of the Nexus. Some of the stuff you have to pay. Is it nanites or Quicksilver? I think it's nanites for, like, the ships. The ships you have to actually pay for if you're not, but they're not hideously expensive, so. Alright, so no prior claims. I'm going to claim the base. And I will hope to not get completely and utterly. Alright, so construct a basic shelter building foundations from floors. So I need access the build menu with Z. So here's my timber floor panel and it needs carbon, so the good thing I picked up some. Now you're like, oh, where am I going to put it? Where am I going to put it? B is the camera toggle, and this is the build camera, and you can adjust how far up you are. So what I want to do is try not to put this stuff in such a way that it digs out of the too badly. You know, that looks pretty good right there. Can I get all four? So I'm going to go up a little more with the W and look down on this. It looks like I can get most of it there. So I'm going to put all four of those down and it'll even it out for the most part. Alright, so now it wants me to build the walls. So here's my wall. Here and here. Because it wants a door, which is fine. Do I have enough to build below? No, I need more carbon. Let's go get some more carbon. Carbon, carbon, carbon. Yeah, you redeem them from the Quicksilver agent on the anomaly. I also need to find oxygen, which I'll get here shortly. Alright. Because I don't like the look of a floating base. So I have a tendency to, once I get it flat, I fill in underneath it with walls. Which is why I'm having to get more carbon. Because I've been playing long enough to know how I want my builds to look. It gives it a little smoother. Saying, so glad you're talking through everything. Very helpful. Thank you. I am attempting. I typically try and run with what I'm thinking. Basically because I suck at small talk. My ultimate goal is to... weapon charge depleted. Okay, you can either push X and go to the battery and charge it from there by clicking on it and seeing what you have. Or you can push tab to go to your inventory, go to your multi-tool, click on it, and it will also show you what you need, and then you just move it over. Can't do small talk either. Yeah, I can, I don't know, I'm just awkward. I sit here and go, now what do I say? Now what do I say? Alright, so I just picked up a geode. So look in my inventory in my exosuit. And the geodes will, when you analyze them with E, they typically, depending on what you pick them up from, you'll get cobalt or ferrite or magnetized ferrite or any of that stuff. Alright, so I don't need Geknip. Do need carbon. Now the rusty, once I get the refiner, the rusty metal can be refined into ferrite. Let's stick that over there. Okay, so we have some more of this stuff. I'm going to go back to this little thing here. Go back into the build menu. I want to do more timber walls. push B to take the camera up, and then I look to the sky, and I use the W to move myself forward, just like you would if you're walking. Then I look back down and see where I'm at. S would go backwards, so it pulls me up or pushes me down for S and W, depending on where I'm pointed. And of course, strafing D and A sideways. So I'm going to throw this underneath. Now, these are sometimes a little hard to see what I'm doing. So you'll see here, I can either put it up or I can put it down. And I don't want this to float, so I'm going to put it down and down. I'm going to run around to the side, put it down, put it down, put it down, go around to the other side. Now you have a limited amount of distance you can get away. And to tell how to do that, it will give you this grid around you, this little circular grid, where it says, oh, you can't go any further away from where your body is standing, which is right here. Hello, body. Alright, so I need more carbon to finish what I'm doing. Let's go over here. I am going to have to find oxygen at some point. Oh, look. It's one of those bad plants. And I just as soon shoot the damn thing. So I was playing this earlier, Kill by Pixel, and did a mission of killing a bunch of sentinels, and the reward was a donut. Well, you know what you can do with that donut? If you go to the anomaly and you take the right-hand path up, take the right-hand path from the landing area up, you have several people to talk to. You've got the guy on the right that looks like Groot. Then you have two guys kind of side by side. The left-hand one, before the egg sequencer, is the chef. And if you bring him stuff to eat, especially if it's sweet, he gives you nanites. So, the donuts also can be eaten to reestablish... What is it reestablishes again? Is it health or shields? I need carbon. What am I doing shooting rocks? Oh, look, a tree. Pixel, I mean, maple glazed are pretty valuable. Yeah? Maple glazed are lovely. I also like the old-fashioned chocolate ones that are just lightly glazed, but they're cake donuts is what they're called. Yeah, I was gonna do another mission at the anomaly, and someone randomly gave you chocolate cakes. Turn those into the chef too. Yeah, depends on the type of sweet. Yeah, he sometimes will say, "Oh, that's wonderful," and sometimes he'll say, "What the hell are you feeding me? This is not up to my palate." Alright, so we're gathering more carbon. Yes, we haven't identified anything, so I have to finish the base before it'll give me my rewards. To give me the analysis visor so that I can do my thing. Alright, so let's go back over here. Alright, so go back into the build menu. We're going to go back to the walls, go back to the camera, go up a little bit so I can see what I'm doing, and then get a little closer. So I want that to be the door. And at some point I'll put windows in here. I don't have... Just a minute. Do I have the arch? I do have the arch. So I can put arches in since this appears to be a fairly temperate. Yep, there's my base. I'm going to put my wall... Really right now? Alright, so we've got the wall. And we have one more arch to put in. Now, if you have a bad planet where you've got aggressive animals or aggressive sentinels, or you don't want sentinels flying into your building, or you've got weather that you'd like to shut out with a door, just put one of the doors in. Alright, so what does it want me to do? So I've done the base. So I need to go to the expedition page and collect my reward for having built the base. will give me the personal refiner, 200 copper, and analysis visor plans. Pixel, hang on just a second, I get caught up here. There's a shop here that makes maple bacon donuts. I should get some tomorrow morning. Oh, is that Voodoo Donuts? Because, oh my god, their maple bacon donuts are awesome. Also, don't you get better mining yield if you identify those plants and minerals? Yes. Plus you get, when you identify them, you get credits. So, Florin, hi. Where do I craft the emerald drive? Okay, I'll answer that in just a sec. Focus Mike, be right back. Gotta go pick up lunch. Okay. All right, so the analysis visor is going to take carbon nanotubes. So the emerald drive, if you don't have the plans for them, you have to go to the, if it hasn't given you the plans to do it, you have to go to the anomaly and buy the upgrade from the Starship guy. Okay? So if you were to look at your, let me do these analysis on this. So if you look at your Starship and you go over one of the tech slots, if you're close enough to do that, it will highlight off in a little menu the things that you can buy, things you can build in that tech slot. So if you have the plans for the emerald drive, you just need the cadmium and the materials to create it. If you don't have the plans and it hasn't given you the plans, then you need to go to the anomaly to buy the plans with nanites. And I'm not far enough along to show you the anomaly yet. Lack stepping out to smoke, back in a few. Okay. So like if I go to the exosuit, it says to install the analysis visor. And it gave me the analysis visor here. Incoming storm. I need a fucking roof. Dude, oh my god. Hang on just a minute. Need a roof, need a roof, need a roof, need a roof. Oops, that's the wrong roof piece. I need this roof. And need a roof. I need a roof. I need a roof. I need a roof. Run, 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 run. Alright, so we're inside shelter and we won't get... You only get one emerald drive. You can only install one emerald drive. So if it gives you the components, so we're going to go back to looking at the exosuit. So if I hover over this, it shows me all the technology I can install in any given tech slot. So there's a personal refiner, there's a underwater headgear, there's a hazard shield, a suit upgrade for your life support, and a jetpack upgrade. But the rewards gave me a pre-packaged personal refiner unit. So I don't have to make the one that's listed in the install technology. The ship will do the same thing. So if it gave you a pre-packaged emerald drive for some reason, you just need to install it. Pushing E, I'm just going to install it down here. This thing. Works the same way with the ships. So this needs to go, hang on just a minute, I need to figure out what I'm doing with my stuff. One moment. Okay, so that's going to be that. That's going to go there. This is going to go here. Yeah, that's fine. Alright, so I do need to throw some... Oh, it won't let me put oxygen and I have to make life support gel. Fine. Fine, fine. So, you can only have one emerald drive. Now, if you are on a different save and you have a ship that needs an emerald drive, you need to acquire the plans on that save. But if you already have the plans, you only get one emerald drive. And a side note about the warp drives for the ships is once you can make an indium drive, you can uninstall the emerald and the cadmium drives. because indium will take you anywhere. And unlike a freighter, which each different type of drive gives you a certain number of light year boosts, your spaceship doesn't have that. It's just the drive that gives you access to the different ships. Did that in any way make any sense and explain anything that you were asking? Because sometimes I get off on tangents. So the other thing I want to do here is run out here and grab. I want to grab this. And in order to move parts, you press Z for the build menu. And at the bottom you'll say it says edit place parts. So you press C. And if I click on the part, I can pick it up. And I can move it, and I want to put it inside the base. So I'm going to put it inside the base. And for those of us who are a little OCD about our placements, that right there is the placement to have the thing face you in the correct direction. Okay,
You're
only
not
one
afraid
emerald
of the
drive.
dark, are
That
you?
clears up a lot. Thank you so much. Oh my god. And I can uninstall the previous drive. So not the main warp drive, but you can uninstall the cadmium drive once the emerald drive is on, because the emerald will give you access to red and green. And once the indium drive is on, it will give you access to all star types. So you can uninstall. I would suggest dismantling them because it will give you back wiring looms. So if you hover over it and you push the, well, for me, it's the center mouse, it'll give you the dismantle option, and it will give you back some of the stuff you put into it. But indium, once you have it. Thank you for the follow, Florin. Thank you very much. All right, so once you've done that, back out of it, and there's my station. Now, I also am fairly OCD about naming stuff. So I'm going to edit this. So this is Lair Draconis. And this is going to be Redux Expedition 9. Okay, so all of my stuff will start with LDRX9. All right, and this is going to be the first base. So the initial base. We'll just call it first base. Prime base, that works. That's prime base. All right, and you can always re-edit the names of your bases. What you cannot re-edit is once you've named a star system, if you've discovered the star system, once you've renamed it or accepted the nanites for discovering it, you can't rename it. Same thing with planets. If you discover a planet, and as long as you don't go to the, let me show you here just a minute. So I have enough of the base parts down to upload the base, but I want to capture a new screenshot. I'll get back to the other thing. So let's see. So I'm using the directional keys to give myself a decent view. Oh, look, and there's an animal right there. So let's do that. So there's my screenshot. Now I'm going to upload the base. All right. Oh, yes. Going here. So you have the option to edit, provided you haven't gone out here and done the upload all pending discoveries. Once you've done that, anything you haven't named that you've discovered locks in and you can't fix it. So when you get to a new system and it shows that you've discovered it, name the planets, then go to the upload all. As long as it's gray, you don't have anything to upload. If it's a white arrow up, you have stuff to upload. But if you haven't named stuff, doing this is the expedition typically names the main systems for you. Expedition. So one of the things I did was I established the base and got my goodies. But I also jumped ahead because I knew that I could upload the base. So I did the base upload, even though the next thing was to do the analysis visor, which I haven't installed yet. So I can go ahead and claim the rewards. So these don't have to be done specifically in order, but I would suggest before building or buying plans that you make sure that the rewards you get for some of the stuff does not give you what you need first. Like in here, I'm going to get the advanced mining laser unit. So while I could, if I had the blueprint, I could build it ahead of time. I want to wait so it gives me the unit to install so it doesn't use stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and take that. It gives me the Nomad, the Colossus, and the Pilgrim Geobay, which are exocrafts, which we'll get to that in a second. Oh, hell no. Oh, hell no. You did not just break. Breathing. Breathing. So OBS just crashed something. I'm still live. The game is still here. But I don't know what I've lost. Yeah, I know. Breathe, breathe, breathe. I don't have anything extra running. All right, give me just a minute. I need to look and see what went on. So I lost my stream information tab. My activity feed is still there because it's... Is that a Stream Elements thing? Yes. Stream Elements activity feed. Let me load the Stream Elements chat. So I still have a chat. And I still have a stats. So the only thing it dumped was the stream information thing. Alright, so we may be good to go. Firebot's still working. Ah, it dumped my icon. Or it says it's not responding. Let me close that. It dumped my avatar. Give me just a minute. Yeah, so far nothing looks broken on your end, but a lot of times when I get those exe errors, it all looks okay on the stream so far. Great. So if necessary, I may wind up not being able to run the animated avatar. Sometimes when it starts that exe error, it cascades till everything breaks. So keep your fingers crossed that we're okay. Let me see if I'm reloading this thing. Okay, there we go. We have avatar. And if necessary, I've got a placeholder for it. So where was I? Oh, right. Looking at my inventory so I can see what else I've got. So I have this. Here we go. Prepackaged advanced mining laser. So we're going to install that. And it needs to be attached to the laser itself. So you see how I'm moving stuff around. As you get upgrades for things, you need to move them out so that you have room for everything. So you see how the very first thing in the list of stuff that I can install is this analysis visor. But I'm going to get the prepackaged unit, so I don't want to just throw all this stuff on. I want to wait until it gives me the pieces. When you have things connected next to each other like they're supposed to be, they light up with a color around them. So that means that they're bolstering whatever the main unit is. Black, I gotta run some errands. Should be back about 2 hours. Love you bunches. Thanks for starting early so I could raid you. You're awesome. Love it when you explain stuff. You're so good at it. Must be all my time having taught at the academy at work. Oh, I love you too. Be safe on your errands. I'll see you when you get back. All right, so there's that. So this stuff is actually going to have to be moved, and you can move components. So if you hover over it, one of the things it gives you is the move technology option.
Leave us exit stage
So I'm going to move that one over. The jetpack. I'd rather have the shield next to this for right now. The analysis visor for now is probably going to wind up down here. No, the analysis visor goes on the multi-tool. I'm an idiot. Alright, so I'm going to move that stuff like that for right now. So I want that analysis visor. So what do I need to do to get it? Let's look at our log. So provisions, craft essentials. It wants me to prepare. It's going to give me base teleport modules, batteries, life support gels, and another mining beam upgrade. So what does it want me to do? Does it want me to build it? Let's look at the log. Provisions. Prepare supplies for my journey. Anomalous cosmic rays in the whatever system inhibit the crafting of items and the installation of technology. However, within the shielding radius of any Utopia Foundation base, it is possible to craft items and install technology without restriction. Stock up on supplies. In particular, life support, hazard protection can only be recharged with life support gels or ion batteries. And weaponry is essential. Alright. Objective. Prepare supplies. Part 1. Let's see. Reward. Select other missions. So what does it say it wants me to do? So I need to gather carbon to install it. So it's not going to give me the part. I have to actually make it. So I need to go out and get more carbon. Alright, let's go out and get more carbon. Oh, what's over here? Because I see glowy red stuff. Oh, another language stone. Squirrel! So I don't have a squirrel counter. I do have a death counter, but I don't have a squirrel counter. I should probably make one. Oh, okay, so this right here, these little stands with the little circular red things, those are called ancient data spheres or something like that, and they give you navigation data. Navigation data can be used in two ways. As you collect them, it gives you the navigation data, and they can be used to call your starship to you. You need that to be able to pull it to you, to recall it. It also could be used to buy maps for things like drop pods to give you more inventory space to find exocraft upgrades. So I want all of these. And we're also sitting in the middle of a condensed carbon field. And now that I have the advanced mining laser, I can get those. So let's gather up all this condensed carbon, because we will need it at some point. Because condensed carbon, if you use condensed carbon instead of regular carbon to charge stuff, it takes less, and you get a longer charge. Come on, give me my thing. There it is. Okay, so the easiest thing to mine are these little plants. The trees are okay. Anyway, I think at one point I was starting to say what my ultimate goal was. My ultimate goal, I'm just starting to set up my YouTube channel. And aside from archiving VODs of my adventures streaming, I want to make beginner tutorial videos. Stuff like this. Because there's a lot of help tutorials out there, but a lot of them assume a base knowledge to a game that a lot of people don't have. Alright, so I want to pick up the oxygen. I need to come back and scan those, but I can find those with no problem. Alright, I think we have enough carbon to do what we want to do. Now, because this is an expedition and because Utopia has it set up this way, I can't actually do certain building things. So the multi-tool, I want to install the analysis visor. Will it let me? I need a carbon nanotube. So I want to go back to my inventory. Oh good, look, I have exocraft start. these are the drop pod charts I was talking about. And there's one of those. There's some paraffinium. All right, condensed carbon. Bring this down here. I put stuff specifically in spots, so I know where to find stuff. What am I doing? Oh, carbon nanotubes. So, to craft a product, it has to be in your list. You have to have the recipe for it. So, here's my carbon nanotube. I need one. So, I'm going to craft one of those. Go back to the multi-tool and see if I can put this in. So, I install that. Okay, so it lets me do that. All right, so my mining beam needs to be charged. So here I have the condensed carbon, and it will take less. So 52 carbon or 18 condensed. I'll get a better charge. All right, so I have the analysis visor in. So it should be the end of that particular part of the thing. Alright, so if I lose my base, I just look for the icon here on the heads-up display that's at the top. So if you look at the very top of the screen, which hopefully I haven't covered up, there's a little kind of half circle, and as you turn, you can see stuff show up. Aside from the directional, you're only going to get north and south. The purple things are going to show me language stones or monoliths. There's a settlement out there of some kind. So my base has got the same icon that I'm hovering over, but it's on my heads up as well. There's a plant out there, probably the jade peas I passed. And that's how you find your ship and whatnot. I'm sorry if my timed messages are spammy. I don't mean for them to be. I'm still working on timing on those. So... so what did it not do? Then, of course, under catalog and guide, you have, it's kind of a tutorial. It talks you through some of the items. I go back to the beginning. It will show me some of the milestones I have, materials and items I've seen, and then it has the guide, which has the tutorial. Hey, Obi, how's it going? How was your Saturday? All right, so I need to look at my log. That is my ads thing. So I'm going to run back to the base here real quick so I don't get whatever. I'm going to go ahead and start those ads, and I'll be right back in just a few minutes. Provided I can get to the right screen in a timely manner. All right, this time I think I hit the right button. So we got the right screen. Oh my god. Ah, we're back. Okay, so I'm standing here in my base. I went ahead and ran over in case the storm started because I wanted to be in shelter. And if you look through the window just above my base computer, you'll see there's a little ship sign right here. And if you look on the heads-up display above it, at the top of the screen, it'll also have the icon for your ship on the heads-up. Now, this is your primary starship. So remember, if you find a crashed ship and you want to claim it, but you don't want to lose your original starship, make sure you bring your starship with you. If you don't have access to your starship for recalling purposes, put a beacon down, a save beacon or a regular beacon. So if I go into the analysis visor, I have the option, if I hit E, of putting a navigational marker. Those are free, but they can expire if you leave the planet, so they're not permanent and you can only have one. So I can remove that. So just remember, if you happen to find a crashed ship in your travels and you want to claim it, that's great, but make sure your starship is somewhere close, your primary, so that you can run over and remake it your primary after you've claimed the ship, because otherwise you'll lose it and you'll never find it again. So losing a ship it happens to everybody at least once. All right, so what were we doing? Yeah, I noticed that in Lack's channel. Save beacons, the kind that you can create. Wrong button. The save beacon as opposed to the save point. The save beacon will give you a little star that shows up on the heads-up display and in the analysis visor. These are your friends for marking stuff you want to go back to. Yeah, you needed to repair, came home and forgot the location. It is a learning experience. I did that at least twice, where I went, "Oh, cool, a ship, claim." Wait, what did I do with the other one? Yeah, it happens to all of us at least once. So, save beacons are your friend. The expedition gives you a save point, which is fine. It works just like the beacon, but the save point doesn't show up on your heads-up display. So if you put it down and walk off, you're not going to find it again. All right, what were we doing? We were trying to figure out, all right, craft essentials. So I look at the expedition and it didn't give me this, so there's more things to do. Prepare my supplies for my journey, make a bolt caster. All right, so I'm going to go back here, provisions. Prepare supplies for my journey, make the bolt caster. A bolt caster goes on the multi-tool. So let's go to the multi-tool. And we're going to put the bolt caster over here. What do we need for that? Chromatic metal and 3 carbon nanotubes. All right, chromatic metal is made from refining copper. Back to the exosuit. Do I have enough carbon to make the nanotubes? Let's find out. Now, instead of just making one and then making more and making more, it says build with a left click, and then it says change craft amount with A or D. So I'm going to push D twice, and there's my 3 carbon nanotubes, and yes, it tells me I have enough stuff for it. All right, so that's done. But I need the chromatic metal. Hey Astro, how's your weekend? All right, and to do this, I need to use the refiner. So we need to put the condensed carbon in to charge it up because it's a better charge. I'm going to take our copper, and what is the ratio? The ratio is 2 copper to 1. So I'm only going to be able to get 100 out of this. It's exhausting. I'm sorry. Alright, so the storm cleared. So you don't have to have all of the pieces to install a technology. It won't work till you do, but I can go ahead and start the installation by putting in the carbon nanotubes and then backing out with the right click, leaving me with the gear icon that says I still need more stuff. So this, I only need 100, and that 200 copper that it gave me for doing that part of the expedition gave me enough copper to make 100 chromatic metal without having to worry about finding any more. So it's done. Let's move that to our exosuit. I'm not going to recharge this because I don't have a lot of the condensed carbon right now. Alright, so here's the chromatic metal I need. Let's go back to the multi-tool, click on the bolt caster, and add that chromatic metal. So now I can shoot shit. But you have to have ammunition. And those little red bins that you can loot, they'll give you ammunition most of the time. So I've got 110 ammunition if I need to shoot something. Looking at my multi-tool, you can cycle between the different things. So pushing G, I get the mining beam. Pushing G again, I get the terrain manipulator, which allows me to mine. No, I don't have. Do I not have access to the rest of the menu? You can do 4 things with a terrain manipulator when you're not in an expedition and it's making you wait. You can flatten, you can create, and you can restore. So if you mine a hole, you can fill it back in so you don't fall in it later, which we've all done. Anyways, and then G again will give me the bolt caster. Reloading is R. It's full right now. Alright, so we're back to the mining beam. And it doesn't matter where you are on that menu to use your analysis visor, because it's attached to the multi-tool itself, as opposed to whether or not you have the mining beam, the terrain manipulator, or the bolt caster on. Aster, you'd like to know one other thing about that gun tool. Go ahead and ask. Let me pull that gun tool up. There you go. What do you need to know? Can a person be you? You're a funny boy. Alright, so here's the class. Your best class is S, so go C, B, A, and S. You can use nanites to upgrade it manually, but you're better off finding another one of the class you want, because it'll actually have better slots, things like super slots. Alright, also you can rename your ships and you can rename your multi-tools. So again, we were talking about how this is a Lair and this is the Redux Expedition 9. And I can either put, you know, the retuned whatever the name is that comes with it. Usually I put the class that's in it. And I'm going to put part of the name that it came with, just to not be completely boring. This way, when I'm looking at a list in my settings, remember I showed you the settings where you could come over here to utilities and you could look at your different multi-tools. If I were to go into that menu and I had more than one, it would tell me. Why not call it the Dragon Boomstick? Because I want to wait until I get an actual boomstick to call it that. This is my boomstick. Shop smart, shop S-smart. Alright, what does it want me to do now? Expedition. Journey survival attempt. Prepare for supplies. Cosmic rays, blah blah blah. Stuck up on supplies. Alright, so if I back out of that, it tells me what it wants me to do. It wants me to craft 1,000 projectiles. So if I wanted to do it this way with the A or D, I could do that. Or I can simply hover over it and hit E for craft more. So I have over 1,000. Now I must prepare and craft dihydrogen jelly to craft life support gel. I need 1 life support gel. Hit me with your rhythm stick, Burden. Oh my goodness. All right, so back to here for crafting. Dihydrogen jelly is created by using dihydrogen. Remember how I grabbed those crystals? This is why. So I can make 1, and then it wants me to make 1 life support gel. And what does it want from that? So life support gel, let's look. It wants more carbon. So I need 1 dihydrogen jelly and more carbon. So they're out to go and get more carbon. But we can start analyzing stuff because we have the analysis visor. So we can start getting little bits of money. And until I get upgrades, I'm going to get a pittance when I do these. Oh look, it's an aminal. So you're looking for red dots. If it's a green paw, you've done it. But you see this red dot that's moving around over here? That means I haven't analyzed it. Whatever. Alright. Anything that shows up basically red in your focus, like the trees there, typically means you haven't analyzed it, but some of the planets have weird colors. So look to the left where it says unidentified plant and where it's got all these question marks. You haven't analyzed it. If it's got all question marks for whatever you're looking at, you haven't analyzed it. So this I have, this I have. Oh, that one I haven't. Analyzed it. No. Oh, look, another red dot. There we go. Yeah, we were punning all over the place earlier for Black's channel. Alright, so I've got those. So some of these ferrite dust ones I can get dihydrogen out of, and some I don't. So if you look to the left, it'll tell you after you've analyzed it what you can get, or you can simply walk up and look at them. So that's going to give me ferrite dust and dihydrogen as I freak out all the animals around me. So that's just plain ferrite dust, which is not a problem, but I want the ferrite and the dihydrogen like this. Sounds like a pain in the ass. That way, yes, it is. Boy humor. Okay, that was probably rude. Sorry. It just shows my age. Alright, what do we have? So I'm looking around. There's a knowledge stone over there. 2 of them. I think I've probably gotten those. Buried mineral formations. Hazardous flora. Oh my god, really? Could we be any more ridiculous? So this will give me more carbon because it's pure ferrite and carbon. Oops, dirty joke time. End of the first quarter, Army 0, Navy 0. Trying to help you pronounce that word. Yes, you were. What does the knowledge stone do? Alright, so the knowledge stones scattered around, depending on what system you're in, will give you words for that race. So we're going to look at our discoveries, and we're going to back out of this, and we're going to look at what the whole system is. You have 3 bits of data that can be available to you. We don't have the data here. One of which is the economy, one's the conflict level, and one is the dominant life form. This is a Gex system, so every language stone that I run into. So this one is lit up, so I've already gotten the word. But you activate it and it gives you a word. So we know that we have more language stones. Now, if you want to run over to a language stone and you're like, oh my god, I'm going to forget which way I'm going, you can tag it with an E, and it now shows up brightened on your, it'll show up without the analysis visor, tells you how far away it is, and it shows up on your heads up. Yes, you are such a cute animal. Get out of the way. Alright, so getting this as I go. Oh look, an unidentified plant. Yes, but I'm an ass and turn things dirty. Well, no, it's fine. All right, so we are going to get condensed carbon and carbon both. So these are awesome plants to have because you get 2 of these things at the same time. All right, off in the distance, you see that little red plant. That's that oxygen plant that we were talking about. You can scan those. And you get money. All right. We're going to the knowledge stone. See, I could have gotten lost. I could have gotten lost. All right, so here's the knowledge stone, and it's blank. You'll see that it's not lit up. So I walk up to it, and I push E for the knowledge stone, and it tells me I've learned the Gek word for I. So these knowledge stones, for me, are like candy. Oh, look, there's a red dot. So there's an animal over there I haven't scanned. I'm going to go ahead and tag that so I can find it again. And I'm going to run over the edge of the hill here. Where's that? Where did it go? Oh, it's right there. Okay. Aha. Wow, we've got 2 animals that look very similar. So you always want to look because it could be a variation on the other animal, the other plant, the other rock, and it may be different. So we see this blue thing. It's a plant. And what this plant does is gives your exosuit a boost, but it's also a scannable plant. Alright, let's run over here. I do need to get that life support gel made here pretty soon because my oxygen levels are going down. Gek word for you. Now the words, as you get more of the base words, you'll wind up getting more complicated words as you go. Astro, I'll see you in a good while. Nap time. Okay, have a good nap. Have a good nap. Nap time is good. Okay, so it gave me a thing that my life support systems are at 50%. There's ferrite and dihydrogen.
Leave us exit stage left.
So what did we say we needed? We needed... Right, so here are these geodes that we're going to analyze. Alright, so we have that. One of the things you will notice that I do is I group stuff differently. So we have ferrite. Ferrite dust gets refined into pure ferrite, which can be refined into magnetized ferrite. Carbon can be refined into condensed carbon. So the same type of things, and I put them in their ascending orders. All right, so we have O2 and dihydrogen. This is my crafting area here. So the dihydrogen would go down here, and then the stuff that I can craft. All right, so it's got this blinking spot because it wants me to make something. Army first to score, 7-0. Oh, no. Bird, no, there's an idea. Do I need a nap? Should I nap? Even if I don't need one. You know, you could make it subliminal, Murden. So put your headphones on, leave me on, and sleep, drifting off, listening to my wisdom. There, how's that? Naps are always good. So we know we need to make the life support gel, and it's nagging us to do so. Yes, we have enough. So let's make one of those. Why didn't I make one of those? What is it? Oh, this is one of those things. So it's like, why isn't it making it? I've got the stuff. It says cannot craft outside of Utopia base. This is going to be one of those items that I have to go back to the base for. What are my limits on this stuff? Oh, look. I have flying things, and I bet you I haven't scanned them yet. Yep, there's all those red dots. Alright, we're going to come over here and get this condensed carbon while we're here, and then we need to run back to base to do our life support gel. So if you've got the stuff and it won't give it to you, there's a very brief flash of an error message of why it won't work. And in this case, it's one of those things you have to be in the base. That's one of the things I found annoying with this particular expedition. And you're like, oh my god, what did I do with my base? What did I do with my base? Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. Well, analysis visor. Looking at the heads up. Looking at the icons. There's my ship. There's my base right there. Alright, and I can tag that so I don't get lost. Something about wisdom, you weren't listening. Selective hearing. Phase 4 is done. Awesome, Yogi! You go. Alright, so this is all that dihydrogen that I would need to make for more of those jellies. Now, the little tiny ones in the ground can be done with a regular laser. But you can't get the big spikes until you have the advanced mining laser. But this stuff is all over the place. And late game, it is used to make freighter fuel. Alright, I know that I don't have these guys. Again, sometimes plants that look exactly the same are not the same in the scanner. And that's possible with both the ankle biters and these explodey head things. So I was trying to look around. So there's one of the whips or ankle biter things. Ah, that's one of the whip things. The whip things are harder to see than the ankle biter ones. Alright, what do we got? Right, we're going this way. Not quite selective hearing, more like you were in the kitchen. I said, here's what you should do. Put your headphones on, listen to my dulcet tones, take a nap, and absorb my wisdom. You saw some fighter. What happens if your ship dies? Well, your ship dies, you die. And you can go back to your grave. You can restore at the last restore point. There's the revive points and there's restore points. And they're different in that one is like an autosave. So if you die, it autosaves. And let me show you what I'm talking about. In the options, you have two things. You have the autosave, which is stuff that happens when things happen, like when you die. Or you have the restore points, which are things that happen when you get out of your ship, when you use a save beacon or a save beacon or a save point. What happens to your ship stuff? It all goes away. You have to go back to your grave to pick it up. That's why it's important to have both an autosave and a restore point. So I also want to rename this save to Redux Expedition 9 Utopia. So that I know when I look at my list of stuff that that is what I'm looking for. I'm going back to my base, right? Just don't attack the sentinels or they'll kill everyone, don't they, Dragon? Yes. And you know, Murden, we're happy to start over with you if that's what you want to do to ease into it in a slower, more tutorial manner if you'd like to try and get past the fact that you kept dying and killing all of us. Alright, so I'm back inside my base. What is it? Oh yes, I'm back in my base because I need to make that life support gel. Okay, so this is a different kind of fragment Crystal fragments come from mining things like the dihydrogen crystals. Welsh Tiger, is this a new Utopia expedition or a rerun? So the website tacked to the top of the chat has the link. This holiday, they're doing reruns on 4 expeditions. They're each 1 week long. So it's not the entire length of time. You're going to have to kind of rush through it. But this is the rerun of the Utopia expedition. Oh yes, analysis visor will give me more dihydrogen. So I want to make that life support gel, and there it is. All right. So I did that, and I have now got the provisions chapter done. You could just leave the computer on instead of digging out the headphones. Yeah. I was thinking more along the lines of the headphones make it more subliminal, you know? All right, so into my expedition, collect my rewards, gives me a base teleport module plans, ion batteries, life support gels, and a powerful mining beam upgrade. The issue I had was that I didn't have any order to what I was doing. There was just too many missions and whatnot unlocked, and various things for different missions were popping up. So I got completely overwhelmed. And basically my ADHD and autism were like, fuck! Yeah, I get it. I have to really focus on one thing. I try to group my stuff, but then I'm better at it than I was. Done that one. It's a good one, even with the crafting only at base. Yes. However, they have, if you look at the link, there's a couple that I haven't done. Which is going to give me expedition rewards to expeditions I haven't completed. So this one runs this week, and I think the other one is it the other one I've done? I don't remember which one, but there's 2 I haven't done yet. So I've got a plan for a base teleport module. I got an upgrade module. You can buy more, of course, but this one gave me a mining beam module. So let me look in my inventory. There's my mining beam module that it wants me to install. A class, so I'm going to install that. Remember to attach it to the line so that it lights up. So this is going to give me extra mining speed, heat dispersion, and overheat downtime is lessened. I also need to charge that, so it's up. All right, exosuit. What do we have going? We need to use one of these. So either pick up the life support gel and toss it in here, or click this to have it give you options. Because at some point in your saves, you're going to be able to refill it with oxygen instead of the life support gel. Blah, 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 blah. All right, so that part's done. Starship. I still haven't got the starship. Okay, so what is the next thing it wants me to do? Yeah, the crafting at base. This was my very first expedition, Expedition 9 Utopia. I had only been playing the game like a week or 2 weeks at best. So I decided to get rid of my normal save and go right into the expedition. And this was a hell of a stressor for me, especially when I got to the one where the sentinels were cranky with me. I so freaked out on that, completely and utterly freaked out on that. So I'm hoping that there will be a lot more zen in this one, since I know what I'm doing and I played other expeditions. But yes, the crafting at the base is annoying in some levels. So the next thing it says, it wants me to deploy any variety of exocraft. And I have plans. If I look at my build menu, I have plans for 3 different ones. The Pilgrim, which is the motorcycle looking one. The Colossus, which is huge. And the Nomad, which is the one that skips around like you saw on Lack's channel. I like the enclosed ones, like the Nomad and like the Roamer and the Colossus. because I don't have to worry about environmental issues. Also, aggressive animals don't bother me in that. So I'm going to build me a Colossus, just because I want to drive the big truck this time. Although I've never tried the Pilgrim, so I may swap back and forth. But for this, I need 5 metal plating. So I have the ion battery. I have the paraffinium. So I need 5 metal plating. Let's go into our... yeah, so there's the paraffinium that I wound up getting. So I want 5 metal plating. To make 5 metal plating, I need 50 each of ferrite dust. So let's crank that up to 5, and I have enough. So there's that. Now I need to come out and put that out here. Where do I want to put... Oh, I can put it right over here. So Colossus, and I want to see what it looks like from the top. So I'm going to go into the build menu, go up a little bit, and look down on it, because I can see whether or not the grass, if it's going to hover over the ground or whether it's going to embed itself in the ground. And I kind of want one that's not going to hover too badly. Plus you can rotate it, because I want the 2 screens where I can get to it. But you also see a kind of an outline of which way the craft is going to face. So let's put it right here. Guys, you are in the way. Because I want to be able to drive on and off without the building in the way. Luckily, it doesn't kill the animals when you land on them. Alright, so I got Planet Link. So that part's done. Isn't that beautiful? Gonna kick ass and take names. Ha! So you have 2 screens. One is to summon it, and the other one is to modify it so it looks different. So what color are we gonna run with? So I usually run with a color theme for each of my saves. So let's see, what color should I go with paint? Currently it's set for orange and white. Purple. Okay, I can do purple. So there's a dark purple, and I can do a light purple. Or I can do light and dark. Actually, I kind of like the light and the dark. The light and the dark, yeah. Alright, then I look at the cabin, and there's decals that will show up. Some of them are hard to see. Okay. I don't like the people decals. There's race decals. People. The okay hand. You just got the robot pet. Isn't that cool? Galactic hub. Helmet. The triad is dark. The spiral is darker. The chevron is green. The circle is blue. Ah, the triangle is white. There we go. That'll work. The glyph is also white. To me, I like the glyph because it looks almost like an N7. It reminds me of Mass Effect. So we're going to use number 5 for the decals everywhere. And then there's the rocket unit in the back. You can also make these different colors. It doesn't show very well. You could just barely see where it highlights it. I'm going to make them both purple. Now, to save the changes, right-click out of the menu and say yes. We'll back up, and there is my beautiful exocraft. Ta-da! Alright, let's go and take... Okay, so we got a new reward. It's going to give me the Hermetic Seal Plans, a Supreme Exocraft Engine upgrade, condensed carbon, and a movement system upgrade. Alright. Oh, I'm sad now. I thought that said galactic hug, not hub. N7 is fantastic. I know, right? Oh, let's see. Okay, so I got a new blueprint. Got an exocraft module. Got my condensed carbon. And got a movement module. So I want to put the modules in. Let's look at our exocraft. So once we've acquired the exocraft, it now has its own menu. And look at all that space. All the inventory you've got there. Alright, so we know the engine, and here's the mining laser. So I'm going to move the mining laser over. And then these bright spots, those are super slots. The supercharged slots. And these are the things you look for in multi-tools and on your starship and even on your exosuit as you open up spots. These are going to double or give you a percentage like 50% or 75% more on an item. So if I super slotted like one of these mining things, if I had a super slot on this, it would change the values on this beam amplifier. So I would get better stuff. And on a multi-tool that you're using for analysis, you want to super slot the crap out of your scanner upgrades, because that's where you start making the money. That's where you get 20 to even 80 and 100,000 units for scanning something, depending on what it is. Oh yes, they're nagging me about my prescription, blah, 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 whatever. I opted to not go out into the world yesterday. All right, so we have a engine module for the exocraft. So let's click install, and do you see how it looks the same as the fusion engine? So I put it right next to it, and it now has a very light grayish purple outline that shows that they're together. This is going to help with my fuel speed. Its reward, I got it this expedition. I always get when I start a new game. So if you start a new game and you go to the anomaly, you can go to that same guy and claim expedition and Twitch drop rewards from him. The only thing that might cost you money in the expedition stuff are the ships. The multi-tools, the pets, the decals, the decorations, all of that stuff should be free. But like at the end of the Utopia thing, you're going to get a ship. And that ship for other saves will cost, I think it's nanites, like 1,400 nanites or something. I don't remember. Explain again how you can get what? The expedition stuff or the Twitch stuff, or... Oh, to find the guy. So the anomaly. When you are in your spaceship and you press X, it brings up a menu like this. And one of the things it shows is a spiral. That's the galaxy. The other thing it will show is a circle that looks kind of like it's got a little X in the middle of it. That's how you summon the anomaly. And then you fly inside and it lands. And from the landing area, when you turn around, you'll see two ramps that go up to the upper level, one on the right and left. In the middle of that, you have the Nexus, which is this floating ball thing. And you have a guy to the right behind a counter. He is your Expedition Quicksilver. Oh, look, a bug. He's your Expedition Quicksilver Twitch Drops reward guy. What were we doing? so I got this. Locate my starship. That's the next step. Oops. Incoming storm. Let's go inside for right now. So did that help explain how to find him well enough? Oh, we have one more thing. We need to put this exosuit module, system movement module thing in. So we want to install that. And it's just like this jet thing. So we're going to put it right next to it and it lights up. So this gives us extra sprint stuff, fuel efficiency, and the jetpack stuff. Putting that in a supercharged slot is kind of cool. But I prefer to put shield and life support things in the super slots. So this chart down here that's blinking, this is an exosuit upgrade chart. And what this is a map to help you find drop pods. Drop pods will allow you to expand your inventory both in tech slots and in inventory slots. But we need our ship to do this because most of the time they're on the other side of the bloody planet. Alright, so I want to... So this whole time we've been getting autosaves, but we don't have an actual restore point. So I want to put this down. To do that, you go to the build menu, and since you already have it, you don't have to build it, because it shows you have one. So I want to put this down briefly and use it to give myself a restore point that is not an autosave. And then I want to pick it up. Put it back into my inventory for sometime later. There it is. Alright, so we are off to find our ship. We are also have a storm going. We haven't been getting sodium yet. Really, dude, get out of my house. So the animals will sometimes come through the walls, but I also have the openings here. As long as I'm under the roof, I'm not going to get hit by anything. So visibility is typically occluded when you have a storm going. I had a problem yesterday. I was running my normal save and got all the way to the center of the universe, and it didn't give me my achievement. And I noticed that after I changed galaxies, half the people in my freighter were buried up to their necks. It's graphics area. Neither is your bug friend. He's just trying to get some shelter during the storm. Yeah. Alright, so if I wanted, I could take a new screenshot because, and you can move the angle around. And then you can go in and take a new screenshot. We'll have to wait and see if it clears up enough. And then I can get a decent shot. See? It clears up. Alright. There's my base screenshot. Alright. Now that the storm is down, we're going to go get in our exocraft. And we are going to go find our ship. And it's over there because that's what the heads-up display says. Oh, we're going to get out here real quick because I want this sodium nitrate. Because I couldn't get it before because of the needing the advanced mining laser to be able to do sodium nitrate. I really prefer walking, but you know, let's play with the exocraft. I want to say that I can change the view, maybe? Toggle the camera view. Ooh, that's hard to see. Alright, so I want to set this to Control 8. That way I can back, yeah. That's the only problem with the big one, is that I don't drive really well. None of the Exocrafts drive very well. This is why I like the Roamer. It's smaller. Plus, if you run over stuff, sometimes it makes it go away, so... But you don't get the stuff from it. I do better walking. I'm gonna go this way. But this thing is heavy duty. But I've never really run this one. So I knock down trees on my way through. Aha. Be more than happy to drive over these guys. Oh, there's the other ankle biter. Yes, yes. Alright, so that's the other ankle biter over there. The hazardous flora. Okay, guys, get out of the way. I can't scan it if you're in the way. Oh, come on. Get out of the way. So it has to light up to be able to scan it, and their butts are in the way. There we go. And when you go to different areas, when the terrain changes, like this terrain is changed to kind of a flat with rocks, there's going to be new elements to scan. Oh, that's got chromatic metal in it. Ferrite dust with chromatic metal. Yes, please. Yes, please. Going after pizza will update the game score when you return. Thanks, Lurker. I'll live vicariously through your pizza. Okay, so the whip guys and these ankle biter guys have got a really long attack reach. They have ridiculous. I mean, it doesn't look like you're close enough, and they will bite you. Oh my god. But you can make them go away by simply shooting them. Shooting, shooting. Alright, so that's enough. Let's get back in this, because I know I'm close enough to walk, but... There we go. But we're doing an exercise in driving. Can we park without making a mess? Yes, here we go. Alright, getting out. I hate that it puts me under the thing. To me, that's a graphics error that needs to be adjusted. Alright, so let's get the damage container. Put this in here. Oh good, I got a microprocessor out of that. Ion batteries, excellent, excellent. Can't get into those yet. I need the Atlas Pass. Microprocessor go down here. Here's sodium nitrate. So we need sodium, we need copper. Alright, so that's kind of in order. Ow, 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 ow. Alright, here's our ship. Oh. Another note is, so I'm standing here next to one of these damaged machineries. And if you look to the right on your heads-up display at the top of the screen, you see this little blue transmitter-looking thing, like you would look for bars on your mobile phone. If you go into the scan deal, it turns white, and you can see them in the distance. You have to be practically on top of them for it to show up blue. But these are buried technology modules, and you need those for buying stuff at the Anomaly for building components. And whenever you're near one of these damaged machinery things, you will always have one of these buried technology modules nearby. And you can tag them. Now, buried, yes, they're buried. Yes, you can use the terrain manipulator to get to them. But if you walk over the top of them and look straight down, quite often you don't have to unbury them at all. Usually you can get to them without ever having to dig. Alright, so let's go over here and see what this thing is going to give me. More rusted metal, okay. Alright, so always look to see what it gives you, because occasionally if you're too far away you have to walk up and hit it again. But that gave me nanites, so I now have nanites. Sweet! Alright, so I found my starship. The Reflection of the Viking. Welcome, Utopia settler. Welcome to the Utopia Foundation Communal Habitation Project. Industry in this system has been disrupted. Space station trade has fallen into recession. Manufacturing efficiency has been reduced by 83.98%. Let us work in harmony, rebuild, redo, restore. Together we can construct a new civilization. Utopia takes the very best care of all settlers. Yes, we will acknowledge the message. Alright, so my launch thrusters are all screwed up. I'll need pure ferrite, which I got from deconstructing that rock. And I need dihydrogen jelly, which I can make from all the dihydrogen I've been picking up. Alright, so to look at this stuff, first off, I need to adjust my camera view. Can I do that? Yes. In settings, I have switch starship view. We're going to control 0 that for a hotkey, because I don't mind looking at the inside. It gives me the name of the planet I'm on the left. It gives me the plus 391, means I'm in the north hemisphere. A minus number in that first section will tell you you're south. Gives you the external temperature, the name of the ship, and your shield status. But I can't fly in first person worth a damn. Okay? It'll give you, the upper section has your photon cannon and heat, and the left side's got distance from whatever. I much prefer to do things from the outside, but first person on the ground, third person flying for me. All right, let's look at our starship. And we've got a number of things that are broken here. So I want to move my rocket launcher because it is part of the weapon system, and I like that off to one side. Tritium needs to go down here. Deflector shield. I'm going to move that. You know, I'm going to move it here to the supercharged slot for now. Alright, so it wants me to fix the launch thrusters. I need a dihydrogen jelly. Now, I don't have to go back to my exosuit to make this. I can actually make this in the... I'm running out of room, but I can actually make this in the starship. Or you could make it in the exocraft. So I need one of these. Alright, let's go up here and give it the 2 bits that it wants. And we have a launch thruster fixed. Now it says, oh, your pulse engine is kind of screwed up. Let's go look at that. What do I need for it? I need 1 hermetic seal. Remember, that's the new part it gave us, and 1 metal plating. So we'll come down here and make our metal plating. It's ferrite dust. And the hermetic seal needs condensed carbon. Oh, look, I've been doing condensed carbon. But if you don't, and all you have is carbon, you can refine it. Alright, so those are the pieces I need for the launch thruster, or for the pulse engine, rather. Launch thruster gets you off the planet. Pulse engine allows you to fly around, and it gives you that warp-looking thing in system when you need to fly fast between planets, so it doesn't take you 20 minutes to get there. Alright, move that over. Actually, don't move that over. I'll just leave that for now. They're both at 50%, which is fine. Fine for now. Alright, so we did that. And we have system link. We have restored our critical starship systems. Ta-da! Alright, let's go get our expedition reward. Starship fuel launch plans. Yay, you need that. Suspicious packet tech. Banned launch thrusters upgrade. And starship launch fuel. Alright. I need dihydrogen, which I have, and 1 metal plating. So you need launch thruster fuel. It gave me 1, but to make more. When you get these suspicious packet texts, you open them. You'll get them from pirates quite often, and it will give you modules. Sometimes it gives you items like materials. Alright, so we did that. Alright, it's time for breaks. Everybody move around, get something to eat, drink, whatever. I'll be back in just a few minutes. Alrighty. We should be back. But I need to pop out of the thing here because I see a bird that I haven't gotten. And let me show you a little trick here. Alright, so we got that bird. Looking in your discoveries, you'll notice that you've discovered so many plants and so many minerals, but there's usually a specific number of animals to find. And it's 7 out of 10 discovered. And yes, the completionist in me wants to find everything, but there's a reason for wanting to find all the animals before you leave. Okay, that's just disturbing. It has way too many legs. And the weird part is it flies. Oh my god. So once you've scanned something, you can always take a look at what it is, and it gives you a little blurb on what it's all about. It'll show you how many you have. It'll show you the ones you don't have yet. This particular flying one here, the reason I popped out of the spaceship to scan it is because it only shows up in the day. It's an uncommon flying diurnal. So some of them will say they're nocturnal, they're daytime. Like this one here's a daytime one as well, but it's considered a ground even though it has wings. Some will say always active. Some of them will also say only found in the north, only found in the south, which is why it's so important to know where on the planet you are by looking at either your dashboard on your ship or looking in your visor, analysis visor. All right, so I've got 2 that are common underwater, always active. I've got 3 that are going to be underwater, so we'll wind up in the water at some point. So if I want to know and I don't have my ship handy, if I push F for my analysis visor, you look to the right, it gives you the current time, your current location. So I'm plus 391. That means I'm in the north half. So, and then the available resources that you can find that also show up in your discoveries of the planet, the resources here. All right. What's our next thing? All right, so that's somebody else's base and somebody else's save beacon. Let's get back in the ship for just a minute. I know it wants something. We got this. We got our stuff. Let's look at our log, because I forgot what I was doing. This thing will nag you about other quests that you don't necessarily have highlighted. Stuff like one of the objectives is to travel a certain number of units in your exocraft. This one wants me to use the upgrade chart from the exosuit. There's the exploration guide that tells me how many of whatever I've found. The only reason you're going to want to find all the animals is this bonus right up here. You'll get 2,500 nanites if you find all 10 of them. Hey, Focus Mike, I'm sorry I forgot that you'd come in. You're back. You're back. Didn't you go get lunch? No, somebody else got lunch. Senior moment. Anyway, so once you've got all 10, you come back to this menu and you get your bonus and you'll get nanites. You went away and got Subway? So that's a way to make nanites, is to go to planets and scan and get the bonus. All right, so now that I've completely derailed myself on this. Complete the milestones, blah, blah, blah. But you're also going to look and it'll pop up with the current one, but it also pops up with other reminders on the right side. And it can get kind of naggy by switching back and forth. All right, so our next thing is the scenic route. So we want to do the travel. So I want to put that as my deal. So we've got the ship. We can recall the ship to us because it has a launch thruster that is charged up. You want to keep an eye on that every time you land. Look at it and see if it needs to be charged. Because if you walk away from it, you're going to have to walk back to it if it's empty. How are we doing our exosuit? Yeah, it's fine. Multi-tool. That could use a little charging. Exocraft. The other thing that you need to call your ship to you is navigation data. And that's this stuff here, like we picked up before. And to call your ship, you would go into X and go into this summon vehicles, and you have the option to call your ship, call your exocraft. If you, there are some times when you can't. Call a freighter, call other ships if you have more than one, or call your trade rocket. So we need to go get back in our craft and run around. Exocraft here. Do we have a mining laser? We do have a mining laser, so let's go mine stuff. So I'm mining all kinds of stuff just with the mining laser. And this is a good way if you're on a hazardous planet to mine things. And I can mine stuff in a storm because this particular craft is enclosed. I'm just sitting here minding my own business and mining stuff. Alright, so everything else I want is underwater. Let's get us some more carbon. Plus it tends to mine stuff faster than the... Oh, that's unidentified. Can't have that. I may switch to a different one, because this is dumping me on the ground. Okay, so that was unidentified. Let's get back inside. Yes, yes, thermal protection falling. Let's go back to mining stuff. Do we have another unidentified thing over here? I don't know. Hey, there's that sodium we need. Because that recharges our stuff. Oh yeah, there is an unidentified plant. Okay, so this one... Yep, carbon, condensed carbon. Where? Ah, there it is. So this is sodium. That's the third plant that... So we're going to take that, and then we're going to get the hell back in our ship. Our exocraft. Now we know that that's gone down. It shouldn't be messing with us because we're inside. Why is it messing with me because I'm inside? Not cool. Buff. It's not supposed to do that. Hey look, star bulb. Now you've got special plants. In this case, this is star bulb. Oh, and there's my scenic route. So this thing, I don't have the hazard protection on it yet. And unlike the roamer, the storm is bothering me. So, discoveries. Starbulb. So Starbulb's a special plant. A lot of the planets have special plants, like some of the Paradise planets have Starbulb. A lot of the icy planets have frost crystals. Radiation planets have gamma root. Toxic planets have fungal mold, and hot planets have selenium, and some of the drier hot planets will have cactus. And all of those you need the hazmat glove to be able to get. I need to recharge my stuff. Hazard protection. Alright. Hey Obi, welcome back. Alright, so we got this. We're gonna get a Icarus fuel system prepackaged unit, exocraft upgrade, and exocraft technology blueprint pack. Storm clearing. Alright, so I can get the radar thingy, apparently. What are we doing? Utopia post alpha located. Reach the outpost to register your success upon this world. Alright, so we're into the last section for the phase 1. Still trying to figure out why Destiny 2 isn't launching. No luck yet. So you've uninstalled it, reinstalled it. You've verified the files. Is that something you have to be logged into a third-party EULA? And are you launching it through Steam or through something other launcher, or is it just strictly off the desktop? Discovery. You probably know more about this than I do. I'm just asking troubleshooting questions. Alright, so I have the choice of driving to where I need to go, or it depends on how far away it is. How far away it is. 2 hours if I drive. Oh look, water. Remember I was talking about fish? Give me just a minute. I'm gonna get down there by the water. Exocrafts, unless you're running the Nautilin, don't go in the water. However, the Nomad, which is the one with the little hovercraft thingies on for feet, will skim the top of water. Alright, so I'm missing something here. Alright, so we need to find that, and it's far away, so we'll probably wind up having to fly. Let's look at our log. What do we need to do? Find the alpha. Find the fish. Steam and the new GPU launcher. AMD. Alright, so do you have to use the GPU launcher? Because I never used my NVIDIA thing to launch games, period, ever. I will go through Steam, or if Steam is giving me a problem, I will go through the exe file on the computer. Also, is your Steam set up to run as administrator? Because if it's set up to run as administrator and the launcher is not, quite often it won't work. They have to match. So, or if one or the other of them is run as administrator, the other one has to be as well. Yes. Alright, so I have stuff to install. So whenever you're mining with the Exocraft, the stuff goes in the Exocraft inventory. Let's go ahead and charge this back up. We want to put the new Icarus fuel system in. And the Icarus system doesn't light up like the rest of them, but it automatically recharges the engine during the day. So it's never going to light up. There are some modules that just work, but they don't actually light up when put next to the item. Alright, I want to move all this stuff over to my inventory. This is a engine module, and it's going to give me top speed and fuel usage. Alright, let's rename our Exocraft while we're sitting here thinking about it. I've been playing my other game too much. X9. I can just leave it as Colossus. But I sometimes do weird stuff with my names. Multi-tool is renamed. Starship needs to be renamed. Alright. There we go. Okay, so we need to go back to... we need to go down and do water. Then we need to go back to our ship and fly over to where we're going to fly. Let's look at our inventory on our exosuits. Yes. Sodium goes here. Alright, life is wonderful, life is good. Let's go ahead and get out. So all the ones we have left is underwater. There are a number of water hazards, one of which is drowning. The other is these things here. They are, they have the crystal sulfide on them. They're like little mini volcanoes. And they start to shake before they go off. Like that. You need to be back a little bit away from them. And then it blows the top. Then you go forward. They're safe for a few seconds. You can harvest the crystal sulfide, and then you need to go away. The other thing is to use your analysis visor to find all the fishies. I need to complete 2 missions in phase 5 and you're stuck. Okay, give me just a minute. I need to be out of the water before I drown here. The other thing to watch for is armored clams. They have a attack radius just like the ankle biters do, and will fuck you up. But that's where you get living pearls from, but we're not going to do those right now. Alright. Whale Seeker. Discovered an aquatic creature over 50 kilograms. Oh, sweet. I got that one. I didn't even realize that one was going to come up. Okay, so I need to recharge. Oh. No, I need to recharge. Oh, I need to get the fuck out of the water. Up. Ah, forget that I don't have the aerator on me. One moment. Aha. There's the last fish I need. Alright, we got all the fishes. So I was going to show you... You see this little plant here that is got these little bell-like things on it? It's called candle kelp. And it will quite... if you get close enough to it, it will replenish your oxygen levels. If you mine it, it gives you a little thing... it gives you a piece of plant. Alright, there's jade peas. Where are we going? We're trying to find our ship. How far is our ship? It's only 346. We can walk. Give me just a half a second here. These need to go over here. I will probably need more of these, but I'm not interested right now in mining for them. Alright, that's fine, that's fine. We'll walk back to our ship. Alright, so let's look at the expedition stuff. So the Whale Seeker is part of phase 4. I just happened to find that creature here on this planet. So, and I'm going to get ion batteries, cytophosphate, and curly coral plants. I'm going to go ahead and okay that one. Then, Yogi, we'll take a look at phase 5 and you need to tell me which ones you're stuck on. Oops, wrong button. Sorry about that. Log. Outpost alpha. Guess? Okay, just a sec. Phase 5. Lurker back halftime. Army 10, Navy 0. Oh no, no. Navy, come on, Navy. Claim the final planet. 5th. Alright, so you're in phase 5. And you need prints in the snow and seismology. Because I'm looking at phase 5. Gas hotspot. Okay. Do you have the survey thing for your helmet? It's an upgrade for your analysis visor. Do you have that installed? Yes. All right. So it's hard to show on this because I haven't gotten that far in the thingy yet. But when you use the analysis visor, look at the bottom where it says analysis mode. All right. Right now I have just 2. And with the 1 and the 3, I can move back and forth between the target sweep and the analysis mode, which allows me to scan. You should have 3 more available. One of them is a pickaxe for minerals. One of them is a lightning bolt for power. And another one is a little gas cloud for gas. If you move this over so it's over the gas thing, it will give you something similar to this, but oval, that will tell you if there's a gas spot nearby and what direction and how far. Does that help with part of this? I need to go this way. Okay, you're welcome. Yeah, it doesn't... That particular using the analysis visor sometimes doesn't... It doesn't give you as much direction as it could. Some of the tutorial stuff is very helpful, and some of it's like, I still don't get it. So... There is a website, a couple of different ones, but the one that I prefer to use for explanations on things is fandom. There's a No Man's Sky fandom, there's a wiki, and there's a Satisfactory fandom wiki. And quite often you can go, what the hell is this? Why am I looking at it? And how do I use it? And it will answer. It's like a forums thing. Oh, herbicide. I've eliminated 5 hazardous flora. Nice. Sodium. Sodium. Alright, so this will give me... Oh, look! Hazmat gauntlet plants. Runaway mold, which can be turned into nanites when you refine it. A prepackaged optical drill unit. And a Supreme Defensive Systems upgrade. Yes, thank you very much. I will take that now. So like I said, some of this stuff can be done out of order. Alright. I don't have the inventory space to use the Hazmat Gauntlet just this minute. Let me look and see here. Okay, so there's that... One moment, please. Alright, so we have a shield module that we want to put on. That we can put there for right now. And because this has core health and shield strength, remember how I put, that's something I'm going to wait until I have a super slot for, because that will be one of the things you might consider putting in one of those supercharged slots, but I don't have any on the exosuit. by the way, page down on your inventory, because sometimes there's some loose, if you can't find something you picked up, there's quite often loose open spots below your regular inventory display. Alright, we're going to see that. This needs to be here. This needs to be there. So I'm running out of room. Some of this stuff is going to have to go in like the exosuit or my ship. Inventory management is a thing. Oh, I never put those on. Well, pooey. Alright. So knowing I have these spots down here, I'm going to put... let's go ahead and put this on so it gets it out of the way. And again, I've got this set so that it's... I get more resources now with that. So we'll put that there. Alright, exosuit. Because I don't want to have to keep remembering I've got these spots down here. I know that I'm going to move this down here. And I'm going to move this down here. I just have to keep an eye on my levels. We'll put this down here. This down here. This over here. Like so. And this down here. Alright, that makes more sense to my brain. Okay, where were we going? Ah, spaceship. Right. I could conceivably go ahead and install the hazmat gauntlet. What do I need? I need a little more chromatic metal, but I'm going to wait because it's not time for me to put it on there, and I may run out of spots. Ship, 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 ship. What do I do with my ship? Oh. Look, I found a salvaged data module. Technology module. Ship, 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 right up there. You have an exosuit expansion unit, but I'm not able to use. My inventory is full, and I got this except of direct upgrade. Okay, so inventory is full, and you have a little module that it won't give you because your inventory is full so that you can install it. Or are you saying that you have it and you can't install it because all your tech slots are full? Which one is that? So these little waypoint looking thingies with the that do the helicopter thing, those are save points. They make restore points for you. And they also log as a waypoint. And will occasionally give you nanites and navigation data. Are you near your ship or your exocraft or anything, or can you summon your exocraft so that you can put part of your inventory in the exocraft? Alright, so we're going to get in the ship. What can I move over? Okay, so this stuff needs to be installed. It says you need to go to a space station to use for use. Oh, the little exosuit expansion units. Right, it's the little square that says it's an upgrade, and it's got a little tiny purple expansion or exosuit dealie. Yes, you need to go to a space station, or you need to find a drop pod. Either one will work to install those. Every time you visit a space station is dead. So you need to find a drop pod. Does your inventory hold one of these drop pod maps? So the drop pods have to be recharged and repaired. What you need is, 10 sodium nitrate. Okay, if you used it, it's fine. If you have one of those little expansion unit things, you can still use it after you've acquired the free one that comes from repairing the drop pod. It should go ahead and it should go ahead and give you the option. You'll walk up to it and it'll light up blue, and it should give you the E to activate it, the activation thing, to use the expansion. So if you go back to the drop pod and walk up to it and you have that in your inventory, it should allow you to use it. Same thing with the spaceport. When you go to a space station, always go over and visit the space station's exopod expansion, exosuit expansion thing, because you can buy one from each space station. It's 125,000 units for the tech slots and 200,000 units for the expansions in the inventory once you've reached a certain point. They start out lower, but as you open more slots, they max out at those two amounts. And then if you have those little expansion upgrades, you can go to a used space station exosuit place and install it. But a drop pod will work as well. So if you go to a drop pod you haven't used, you repair it, use the free one, and then use it again to install the expansions. All right, I need to put these on. So this is a pulse engine. It will give me efficiency, maneuverability, and boost. This is a launch thruster. It gives me launch, cost, and boost. Okay, so that's good. You're going to delete the AMD launcher to see if that works. Okay. Okay. Are you on the same planet that you found that drop pod at?
Weather warning. Incoming storm. Technology recharge.
No. All right. Do you have any of those maps in your inventory still? You only have runs maps? What do you mean runs maps? Oh, ruins maps. I'm sorry, ruins map. Oh, okay, that made more sense. Can you go back to the planet you found it on, or do you remember which planet it was on? And the space station's dead. Yeah, you gotta have either a space station one or you have to have a drop pod. I mean, you could wander around and fly until you find one. 1031 left in the third quarter, Army 10, Navy 0. Sad tears, sad tears. I'm thinking. Alright, so I'm going to blast off. And it used half my launch thruster stuff. So here I am just kind of puttering along. And if I push C while I'm in the ship flying, it sets off my scanner. One of the things the scanner will do is look for these little undiscovered buildings. It gives you a little building icon. And I am apparently not close to one to show you. Yeah, from what I've seen, it's a lot of running into a brick wall. Alright. Alright, so this is where I need to go. So I'm going to go ahead and boost myself so I can do that. I am going to keep... So, see right there. Oh, this thing is like flying a pregnant whale. It says unknown building. Unknown building. So I'm going to fly towards it. And this is the long way of doing it. But sometimes these unknown buildings will be drop pods. Sometimes there'll be other stuff. Like waypoints. Or just nothing. that is another way to find drop pods, but it's more RNG. You have to, because once you found a drop pod, quite often it'll still show up on your, oh. Yes, thermal protection falling, blah, blah, blah. It'll still show up on your heads-up display as having found it. It's not perfect, but it works sometimes. Alright. Storm clearing. Alright. So I don't know that I actually showed you guys. But if you look at your discoveries and you notice that I've found all 10. Now it says hold to register completion for 2500 nanite bonus. So I hold down the deal and it gives me 10 species discovered. I now have 2552. And here's that upload all that I was talking about. So it's going to upload the couple of waypoints that I found, which is those little helicopter looking things. And all of the discoveries of the plants, animals, and minerals. I'll get nanites for. Not much, but it's there. Alright. I am headed off. So this is a 15-minute thing. 10 minutes. Let's see what we can find on the way. Alright, so there's... Whee! There's an... Oh, looky what I found! Looky what I found! Sweet! Look at that! I love running into those things. Alright. It's landed. Let's look. I have only 5%. That's not enough to take off again. So I need to put my launch fuel in. Then I need to go ahead and make another one. What do I need? I need 1 metal plating. So 1 metal plating. And I need 40 dihydrogen. Oh, I can't make a metal plating unless I'm in my base. Ah! So, what this is, that's a sentinel tower. They're really important to find on planets that have hostile sentinels. But even if you don't, this is definitely a good thing to mark. Because you can get, once you've gotten rid of the sentinel guys, you can go anywhere you want and farm whatever you want without making the sentinels pissed off. Because if you try to farm too close to them, they will shoot you. Alright, there's another thing to scan. Didn't I have another? Yeah, that one right there. So we're going to run over. And I typically put a base down every time I find one of these. And at the very least, I'll put down a save beacon and turn it red. Hi! Screw you and the horse you rode in on there, dude. And walk over to the Sentinel Pillar access node and say, Boundary Archive status vulnerable. There's access the logs, shut down the Sentinel forces, and extract weapons technology. First thing I'm going to do is shut down the Sentinels. Waveform poisoning initiated. Immediate shutdown required. Override success, planetary Sentinels disabled. Now I'm going to access the logs. This just gives us a story. Imposter detective, override code, blah blah blah. Manifesting personality protocol, voice of the hive. This is part of the lore. Aeron, routine, protocol, prey, experiment, shell, sentinel. Once we had no need for visual manifestation or physical form. our invisible eyes would record, sort, delete the life and death of every world there ever was or would be. We had no thoughts, no personality, no dreams. Return to the main controls. And the last thing I'm going to do is extract the weapons technology. You can get all kinds of cool stuff, aliens, exotics. In this case, I'm just got a Class C. I'm going to go to compare. Now you can have up to 6 multi-tools at a time. I'm going to take the multi-tool for free so that it's going to give it to me. But you'll notice there's all this red stuff. At some point, this all is going to have to be, this is all going to have to be repaired when I find the stuff for it. And this, there's a supercharged slot. But one of the things, the multi-tools, different kinds, is they'll have a better damage potential, or they'll have a better scanner range, or something like that. So I'm going to take this for free. Then I'm going to get out, log off the thing. Once you've shut down the sentinels, look around, use your scanner if you need to. You're looking for little gear icons. Right there. Combat supplies. The purple ones, awesome. Blue ones, awesome. Green ones, basic. So this is going to give me a hard frame, which is something you get from the walker guys, the ones that look like robots. The green ones come off the sentinel drones. This will give you typically ammunition, salvage glass. And then once you've got the sentinel shut down, you can take and shoot these. You'll harvest some stuff. It harvests the glass, which can give you sentinel tower maps. Damn, this is slow. I have such kick-ass weapons on my other builds that this is just so slow shooting. Alright, so I also get nanites. I got the salvage glass. Let's see what we've got over here to loot. And I wonder if this thing is going to have a cow if I put another base down. I wonder if I've got what I need to put another base down. Ah, inventory management. Alright, so I'm going to save it. So I'd really like to put a base, but I'd be happy with just... No. Try the inventory. Alright, got that. Found a map in the market. If I buy all 35 so I can get 35 slots. Well, you might count, but I'm not sure that that's do you have enough navigation data to buy that? I would say start with, always leave yourself 5 navigation data. Don't spend all of your navigation data that you have. You have a lot. Okay. Keep 5 navigation data on you. Don't spend the last 5, because that allows you 5 different times to call your ship to you. If you want to spend for the rest of them, go ahead. I believe that if we were at the same basic inventory status I am, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So each row is 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 35 should be a nice drop in the bucket for that. All right, so this needs to go to my ship for right now. Oh, starship out of range. Really? You're right there. Ugh. Yeah, if you've got enough, go ahead. But just make sure you don't spend your last 5. Okay, if the space station is dead, How are you finding a cartographer to buy that? Why the last 5? Because you always want to have navigation data available to recall your starship. Whether it's at a landing pad or recalling it, you need to make sure you have a navigation data to do that. It's like making sure that your launch thrusters are full every time you land, or you've got enough at least to take off the next time. It's a safety net thing. All right, so now I can move stuff over. Hard frame, those are hard to come by. I'm going to put this stuff in the ship because I don't need it right this minute. I'm going to decon these. Okay, so this right here is a map. It's a sentinel boundary map, which means on a planet that has a tower, you can find the sentinel pillar and shut down the sentinels with it. Put that there. Navigation data is different and exosuit upgrade is different, right? Okay, the navigation data looks like this. It's like this little pot with a arrow thing pick nuts. Navigation data. It's you use that as currency to buy the maps from the cartographer, and you use it to recall your spacecraft. This is salvaged data. That's the stuff you get out of the ground and sometimes as rewards. And the salvaged data technology is used as currency to buy upgrades for your base building in the anomaly. The upgrades that are for the exosuit expansion slots they look like expansion slot upgrades for ships and frigates and freighter and multi-tool expansion slots. They'll have a little icon of what they're for. I don't have one in my inventory to show you. Did that make sense? Okay, so what is this? This is an exosuit sentinel exosuit fragment. Quite often, they can be really powerful. So I'm going to go ahead and install this. Let's see, what is it for? It will give me extra core health, efficiency, solar panel stuff. There, it's part of the shielding system. So you noticed if I put it here, it doesn't light up. And here it doesn't light up, so it needs to be part of the shield. So now I have extra sprint distance and solar power and core health. All right, so there's that. I'm 100% launch thrusters. Do I have enough to build? No, I don't have enough to build a base, but I have enough to put down a save beacon. So let me show you how to make a save beacon and change the color on it so that you can tell what the save beacon is for. So I need 2 metal plating and the sodium nitrate. So I'm going to make 2 metal plating. Oh, you bitch. You bitch. Ah! Outside of Utopia base. God damn it. This is the part about this particular expedition that makes me crazy. Base, 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 base. So I either need to build the base, or I have to go back and build the components I need. Oh, stop. Run away. Alright, think, Bullier, think. Think, 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 think. What do you need again for the base computer? Pure ferrite Oh god, you need a lot. Chromatic metal. Well, this sucks. Navigate. See, yes. I don't have enough copper. I haven't found copper yet. Well, this sucks, wet dog fur. So if I go all the way over to my base, then come all the way back, I'm using up fuel I don't have stuff for. Alright, so unfortunately I don't have the stuff to be able to do this, but it gives me the icon for the Sentinel base, so I'll just have to suck it up and not worry about that. Let's go get this next thing done. And I will quit squirreling. Alright, so I'm going to go up because it's too far away. And that probably gave me a new thingy. And I'm going to use my pulse engine to go to Outpost Alpha's approximate location. Alright, so I'm going to scan. It's not showing me anything on the scan. I'm now on the last mission of Phase 5. Warp up so you can help. I can help in that too. Okay. Hang on just a minute. Give me one moment, please. I need to find this thing. Kind of was hoping I would see it. Obi, I'm back again. Stream does have admin permissions on. Don't want to deal with that. Oh, Steam has... do you know how to...
Follow me.
Purple! Hi! How are you doing? How's your Saturday? I have lost track of what I was doing. Do you know how, Obi, to turn those on or off? Because I can walk you through that as well. You know, I know there has to be a thing. Alright, fine. I'll land and walk. Alright, let's land. You've been lurking here since Slack rated. Sorry you've been working. Hey, no problem. I totally get it. I'm glad you could join me. And lurkers are completely welcome, including Lurker Incognitus. Oh. It's telling me my carbon advanced mining laser is required, but I've got one. That's because when I picked up that other multi-tool. Alright. Back out. Turn that off. Go in here. Hotkey that one. Hotkey that one. Alright. Pick that one. Nope. Still working on it. Getting frustrated. I can try to remote in later and see if I can help before you stream. Alright. So... Obi, really quick. Just remind me in like 2 hours. Let's see if I can help without getting too derailed here. So Obi, on the shortcut for Steam on your desktop, you have a shortcut for Steam. Right click on the shortcut and go down to Properties. I'm visualizing this. There should be an advanced thing on the shortcut. On that same page that comes up on the first properties should be an advanced button. If you go in there, it should give you the option to run as administrator or not. And if that doesn't work, I'll have to, Purple or I will have to help later. Alright, so here's my scanner thingy. Oh, I want to go over there just a minute. Total squirrel, complete and utter squirrel. So I need that language stone, and it's break time, but I think I got a minute or so before I have to worry about it. Alright, so here's this. Got all of those. Yes, yes, blah, 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 blah. So I want the condensed carbon, and I want this dihydrogen here. So I will just hang out here until I get back from break and ads. Unless a storm starts, and then I'll go sit in my ship. So get up, move around, have a snacky treat and a drink. Okay, so you got that down, Dragon. Alright, great. Restart your computer. Since you uninstalled that one thing, just restart it. And I will be right back. We're going to take our ad break now. Okay, we're back. I got a couple things we're doing here. All right. So you've set Steam and the AMD thing are matched. They don't. They either both have admin or they both don't. Once you've got that, don't you? Do you have to absolutely? You shouldn't have to use the AMD launcher for Destiny 2. You should be able to play directly from the Steam interface. Yes? Question mark. Okay, so I'm going to pop out of my ship and then I'm going to hop back in my ship because I want to. I can't show what I want to show Yogi when I need to for the warping thing. So I am going to quit to mode select, and I'm going to very, very quickly load one of my other games. Well, maybe not very, very quickly because the start screen takes a while, but we'll see. You'll launch D2 and see if it works. Okay. I would be more likely. I don't run anything out of my graphics card launcher at all. I use Steam launch. I use Steam to run the games. I use Origin, GOG, wherever I store the games at. I have a desktop shortcut for Elder Scrolls Online that opens the launcher for that. I don't have that through Steam. Yep, crossing fingers. By the gods, hope this works. I do too, because the next step will be to take and make an external desktop off the exe file for Destiny 2, period. Oh. Oh, hell no. You did not just crash. You bitch. Alright, so remember how I said that once OBS gets a bug up its ass, it typically cascades to other problems? Welcome to your bad luck with tech. Yeah, no shit. End of the third quarter. Army 10, Navy 0. Holy fuck. Come on, Navy, get your shit together.
How's
Alright.
that for an entrance?
Hey, Unlurk with the Astro. Thank you. So, I am going to have to stop the stream, restart OBS, and start it again. Because OBS is completely stuck, which is why it crashed my game. So I need 5 minutes. Don't leave. Don't leave. I need 5 minutes, 10 tops, to make this work. So, okay, D2 has been launched. Wish you luck. Okay, Obi, good luck. And I will be back in just a few minutes after I'm done beating OBS over the head with a stick. So, praise to the gamer